Hi everybody, it's Samaya. Welcome back to my channel. I'm 46 years old and today I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about the Qiqi Keratin hair treatment, and I'm also going to show you what the process looks like at the salon. It's been about 4 days since my Qiqi Keratin hair treatment. I go to the Spencer Malay hair salon in Buckhead in Atlanta, Georgia. And he's very established there, so he has access to a lot of the latest technology for hair. Just a little background on my hair texture. I'm multiracial. My dad's side is Lebanese American and my mom's side is African American. So my curl pattern I feel is really unique to me. It's not your typical 3B or 3C curl pattern. I can't really categorize it. It's just very unique to me. Because of that, I've always struggled finding the right treatment for my hair, because not that I have anything against wearing my hair naturally curly, it's harder to manage, and sometimes I want a smooth and sleek look, and I can't really get that on my own if I keep my hair in its natural state. So typically we would get our hair relaxed and blow dried with that comb attachment on the blow dryer at really high heat so my mom could manage our hair. Both my sister and I had very long, thick, curly hair. My sister's hair is not as coarse as mine. It's definitely a straighter curl, but my hair is definitely on the coarser side. I feel that over time, probably a combination of heat, chemicals, having kids, my hair just really changed. And also I used to wear tape-in extensions, and I feel like that made my hair also a little weaker and thinner with the removal and the application. So I talked to my hairstylist and I said, I really want a solution for my hair that's not going to damage my hair in the long term, because as I'm getting older, I am getting a little bit more concerned about health issues and side effects from using chemical hair relaxers and typical keratin treatments. Some keratin treatments, like the standard keratin treatment, is known to have a certain amount of formaldehyde in it, and I do feel like that's not safe for your body in the long term. And even though most relaxers these days say that they don't use certain harmful ingredients, they might not disclose all the ingredients in the product. Also, the purpose of a relaxer is to break the curl bond in your hair, so over time, your hair strands can just break off. And that's what I was noticing when I would get new growth from my roots and the length of my hair would be more straight. That point where the curl pattern changes can cause breakage. So my hairstylist told me about something called Qiqi Keratin, and he explained that it's a treatment that relaxes the curl pattern of your hair or loosens the curl pattern of your hair, but it doesn't actually break the bond or the shape of the strand. So what it does is it makes your hair softer by loosening that curl. It's also not like your typical keratin treatment because it doesn't coat the hair, and it's much more user-friendly in my opinion, because once you leave the salon, you can put your hair in a ponytail or wear a hat, things that you wouldn't really be able to do with a regular keratin treatment. Because with a regular keratin treatment, you have to let your hair just stay straight, not touch it, not manipulate it, not put any bends or creases in it, otherwise it'll stay that way. So I feel that after starting my Qiqi Keratin journey, my hair has become stronger, it's become healthier, and that's also happening because the relaxer that I used to have is almost completely grown out of my hair. Now, the process of transitioning from relaxed hair to non-relaxed hair was a little bit difficult because my hair was getting a little bit frizzy, especially the roots were getting a little bit out of control. So I really couldn't wait till I started the Qiqi Keratin process. But once I did, I was really happy that I trusted the process. So after you get your Qiqi Keratin, you'll notice that your hair is definitely softer, easier to manage, your curl pattern is looser, but your hair is not damaged and you don't feel like you're chemically processing your hair at all. Washing my hair has become a lot quicker, a lot easier. I still do my weekly blowouts at the Dominican hair salon because I do feel like they get my hair very straight and silky if that's a look that I want. But with the Qiqi Keratin, I don't really feel like I have to go there to get a straight look. I can even do it on my own at home and it won't take as long. I just feel like I get lazy to do my hair. For me, I just feel like it's a lot more convenient to go to the Dominican hair salon for my weekly blowouts instead of trying to achieve the same look at home. comb. If you don't have curly hair, or if your curls are not that tight, or your hair is not that coarse, this information might not be very helpful. But if you do have curly hair and you're considering a more healthy approach to treating your hair, then I think Qiqi Keratin is a really good option. There are a couple things to keep in mind when you're getting a Qiqi Keratin hair treatment, but of course it also depends on the stylist. My stylist doesn't completely wash the product out of my hair because he wants it to sit on my hair for a little bit longer to get the most effect. He does dry it and flat iron it, but when you leave the salon, your hair is not necessarily going to be flowy and silky. It's not a hairstyle, it's a hair treatment. So your hair might feel a little bit sticky or crunchy, and that's to be expected until you rinse it out fully. I typically like to keep it in my hair for about 3 days before I rinse it out. The first time I rinse my hair is just with water. I don't use any shampoo. I'll use shampoo after about a week or so, but that first wash is just with water only. I do feel like his assistant rinsed out a little bit more than he would have, so my hair definitely is a little bit more flowy than it would be. It's not as gummy as when he leaves some product in there. I'm not complaining. It is what it is. I do feel that the product's working. As with any keratin treatment, you might have some white flakes on your scalp. I usually do have that build up on my scalp for a couple of weeks. So when I go for my blowout, they scrub my scalp really well to get all of that residue off. It's not dandruff, I promise. It's just leftover product from the keratin, because keratin can dry out your scalp. So keeping that in mind, let's go on our Qiqi Keratin hair appointment. First is a clarifying shampoo and a really thorough rinse. They do this twice to remove any buildup so the Qiqi Keratin treatment can bond properly. And sorry my lashes are so patchy. I had my fill-in appointment right after this. Now he's applying the product section by section, getting really close to my roots for full coverage. And unlike a lot of other keratin treatments, this one doesn't sting or make your eyes water, but he still checks in on me to see how my scalp is feeling. He's putting the finishing touches and making sure every section is fully coated, especially my hairline. Then he clips my hair up so he can cover it with a shower cap. The next step is going to be the dryer, and I'll be under there for a very long time so the product can really absorb and process. So I came prepared, brought my lunch and my laptop so I can work and not be bored or fall asleep under the dryer. Now I'm under the dryer for the processing step. This part took at least an hour, so the treatment can really absorb and set. He takes off the shower cap and works the product through my hair again, just to make sure that everything is evenly coated. And honestly, my hair already feels smoother and so much easier to comb. Then I'm back under the dryer. Back under the dryer for round 2. This part was another long stretch, about another hour, just letting the treatment fully absorb and really process into my hair. Now she's rinsing the treatment out with just plain water, no shampoo. Usually Spencer leaves a little more product in it so it can keep working, but I think she rinsed out a little bit more today. Even then, my roots already feel smoother, straighter, and so much easier to manage. Next up is the blow dry, and they actually tag team this part. He's on one side and his assistant is on the other, working at the same time to speed things up. He tells her to get really close to my roots and use more tension with the brush because that tension helps smooth the hair and really activate the treatment. And don't be surprised if your hair doesn't feel super soft at this stage. Depending on how much product is still left in, it can feel a little coated or stiff while it's drying. That's totally normal. The softness comes later. Right now, it's all about sealing everything in and getting the hair nice and straight. Now we're at the flat iron step, which is the final step. This is where the magic really happens. He's going through in small sections and sealing the treatment into the hair with heat so everything stays smooth and straight. And if you notice, my lashes suddenly look longer, and that's because I was running late for my lash fill and I ran down the hall to get them done. Thankfully, it's just right there, and I came right back to finish the flat iron. He finishes everything with a light trim just to clean up the ends, and this is a final result. My hair feels so smooth and sleek and way easier to manage. It's actually pretty shiny considering my hair type, and excuse the little white hairs sticking up, they have a mind of their own. The results usually last me about 2 months, basically until my roots grow out enough to redo it. I hope you guys enjoyed this Qiqi Keratin hair treatment video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.